So I just got done with a Baddie training session with Holly. And in it, I don't want to put too much of her business out there, but like the words that he was using were not what the words actually meant. Anyway, so we end up going to, I was like, this looks really weird here. And Holly was like, this is like really drippy. And I'm like, I'm in the same place too. What the fuck is this? And I was like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Dante's Inferno. Now, I've never been a fan of the video game Dante's Inferno because it was a eagle eye, bird's eye view. And that's the view in video games where you see the tops of their heads, and I can't stand that because it's not immersive. And she, coincidentally, has only read the novel, so she's not a video gamer, but her boyfriend is a video gamer. So I was like, perfect, because I've never played that game ever. I just know what it looks like. I just know from like the websites that I used to go on and the forums I used to go on. So this is the 9 Circles of Hell from Dante's Inferno, right? The video game. And it's like, you know, you got very biblical, right? I was like, this looks just like how hell used to look. Hell, the negative 24th dimension, before we healed it. So there's something up with this. I think this is biblical hell. I think that's what this is. So we're like in there, and I was like, what is this? So in the video game, Dante's Inferno, he's going to rescue his fiance or whatever, and it goes through these layers. And, you know, he's a Knights Templar, by the way, Crusader, who's rescuing his fiance from Lucifer, which I did not know that whenever we were doing this session. I just looked that up, and I was like, of course, because it's biblical hell. Biblical, right? And Lucifer, bad guy. Anyway, so we broke all contracts with that. We went and we did like the biblical God healings and the number 12 healings and all that, and made it to where nothing was bound here at this place, and then copied and pasted all the healings and workings that we've done for the negative 24th dimension, and how like traumatized and all that was, and how we cleaned it up and everything. Anyway, and we did it to this and to all the layers, and we're like looking for her boyfriend. I was like, oh, we don't need to look. He's right here with his eyes covered. And then like we kept freezing on the phone, and not like communication interference freezing. Like literally we would just sit there, and I was like, hey, by the way, and then maybe 30 seconds. And I was like, hey, by the way, so I just pulled us out of a pit. She's like, yeah, we're like stuck in this really mushy stuff. This was before we went and we cleaned it up. I know I'm going kind of out of order. I'm just really excited to tell you all about this. Anyway, this is all broken apart. You know, and like everyone, basically just like the negative 24th dimension, but this was like an entrapment, absolutely an entrapment, a mirage, if you will. And you know, she goes and gets her boyfriend out of there, which might have been Beatrice from the video game Dante's Inferno. Anyway, she merged with that version of her and exchanged her information. So anyway, really freaking cool. And I'm super excited to see how this shows up in her physical life. Thanks, Holly. Bye. Just wanted to